3 essential exercises seniors should do every day after age 60. Stay until the end, because exercise number 1 is the most important of all and will change your life, making your body stronger than it was at 30. So subscribe and leave your like on the video. And what if I told you that just 15 minutes a day could be the difference between needing help to get dressed at 75 or still running and playing with your grandchildren in the backyard? Few people know that after the age of 60, we lose muscle mass at an average rate of 3% to 8% per year. This loss is not just aesthetic, it directly affects strength, balance, and independence in daily tasks. The good news is that there are 5 specific exercises capable of literally slowing down and even reversing part of this physical aging process. These are movements so simple they can be done while you watch your favorite TV show, yet so powerful that studies show they can reduce the risk of falls by up to 45%. And no, I'm not talking about complex gym workouts or expensive equipment. The focus is on functional exercises that mimic everyday movements and strengthen the body's most important areas for maintaining independence. Before we begin, I want you to think about a daily activity that has become more difficult recently. Maybe getting up from a chair now requires more effort. Or perhaps you've noticed you hold on to the handrail more firmly when climbing stairs. These subtle signs indicate that your strength and stability are changing. And acting now is essential to preserve your quality of life. Now let's move on to the first exercise, calf raises. It may seem too simple to be effective, but there is a very important physiological reason to include it in your routine. The calves are known as the body's second heart. That's because with each step or muscle contraction, they help pump blood back from the legs to the heart, acting as an auxiliary pump for venous circulation. As we age, the return of blood from the legs to the heart becomes less efficient, especially if we spend long periods sitting or standing still. Weak calves not only impair circulation, but also affect balance, walking stability, and the ability to react quickly to prevent a fall. By strengthening them, you improve not only muscle strength, but also cardiovascular health and the function of the lymphatic system, which helps reduce swelling and fluid retention. A simple protocol can be done at home. Stand up, lightly hold onto a stable surface for safety, and slowly lift your heels, supporting your weight on the balls of your feet. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds at the top, then lower in a controlled manner. Start with 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions and, as you progress, try doing the movement without support or on a step, allowing your heels to drop slightly below toe level to increase the range of motion. Studies show that training the calves regularly improves walking speed, the ability to climb stairs, and endurance for standing for long periods. And as a bonus, this exercise also boosts metabolism, as it activates important muscle fibers for energy expenditure. Strengthening the glutes not only benefits leg strength, but also protects the lower back, improves pelvic alignment, and reduces back pain by stabilizing the body's core. In addition, well-conditioned glute muscles contribute to a steadier, more efficient gait, preventing that short, shuffling step pattern typical of aging. The basic execution of the glute bridge is simple and safe. Lie on your back, bend your knees with your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart, and keep your arms relaxed at your sides. Contract your glutes and slowly lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Hold the position for 2 to 3 seconds, feeling the muscles activate, and then lower in a controlled manner. To maximize the benefits, focus on your breathing. Inhale deeply before lifting, and exhale as you raise your hips, keeping your abs lightly engaged. This helps stabilize the torso and increases the effectiveness of the movement. Start with 8 to 12 repetitions and, as you get stronger, try holding longer at the top or adding resistance, such as a resistance band over your hips. The glute bridge is especially useful for those who spend a lot of time sitting, as it combats what is known as glute amnesia, when the muscle literally forgets how to contract efficiently. By reactivating it daily, you improve not only strength, but also posture and energy for daily activities. How much you can transform your body safely and intelligently is within reach of anyone who chooses to act strategically and consistently. Small changes, when done mindfully and applied every day, can redefine not only your physical strength, but also your posture, energy, and independence in daily life. That's why I invite you to join our community. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss any content, and most importantly, share in the comments which of these points you feel you most need to work on right now. Is it the strength to climb stairs without getting tired? The stability to walk with confidence? The balance to feel safer with every step? Or that nagging back pain that's been with you for years and you finally want to overcome? I want to hear your stories, understand your challenges, and adapt upcoming videos so they're truly targeted to what you need. Here, the goal is simple: to show you that it's possible to progress safely, intelligently, and consistently, without excesses and without unnecessary risks. But here's the problem: we spend so much time sitting that these muscles practically switch off. Physical therapists call this glute amnesia, a condition in which the glutes fail to activate properly when they should. This is one of the main reasons many people develop lower back pain and hip problems as they age. The reason is simple. When the glutes don't do the work of stabilizing and generating force, other structures, such as the lower back muscles and the front of the thigh, end up taking on roles they weren't designed for, overloading joints and ligaments. Over time, this compensation can lead to inflammation, joint wear, and even loss of mobility. Movement execution. Now imagine you are trying to hold a coin between your glutes. This initial contraction is essential to activate the muscle even before you start lifting your hips. From there, press your heels into the floor and slowly lift your hips until forming a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Avoid excessively arching your lower back. The movement should come mainly from glute contraction, not from pushing your spine upward. Hold this position for 2 to 3 seconds, feeling the muscles work, and then slowly return to the starting position. Control on the way down is just as important as on the way up, as it strengthens the muscle through its full range of motion and helps improve joint stability. It may sound funny, but this idea of holding a coin between your glutes before lifting your hips really works to activate the muscles correctly. After contracting, press your heels into the floor and lift your hips slowly until your body forms a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Do not make the mistake of lifting too high and arching your lower back, as this overloads the spine and shifts the focus away from the glutes. Also, do not let your knees open outward or cave inward, as this reduces the movement's efficiency. Imagine you are building a low, stable bridge that a toy car could pass under, not a drawbridge for a ship. Inhale to prepare and exhale as you lift, as this exhalation helps engage the core and stabilize the lower back. Hold at the top for 3 seconds, then lower slowly, controlling the entire movement, as the lowering phase is where much of the strength gain happens. Another common mistake is pushing with the balls of your feet instead of the heels, which takes the work away from the glutes and shifts it to the calves. So always keep the weight on your heels. Relax your neck, keep your chin slightly tucked, and gaze at the ceiling to avoid neck strain. Doing this exercise with attention to detail will protect your spine, increase hip strength, and improve daily movements like getting up from a chair or climbing stairs safely. And don't forget, every detail counts, because when you get to the last exercise on our list, you'll understand how they all connect and how it can completely change your life. It is during the controlled lowering phase that the magic really happens. This part of the movement is called the eccentric phase, which is extremely effective for building strength and stability. However, many people make the mistake of simply letting the hips drop too quickly, losing much of the benefit and increasing the risk of lower back strain, so always maintain control. If lifting your hips is still too difficult for you right now, no problem. Try the modified version lying on your back, just contracting your glute muscles and holding the contraction for 5 seconds, repeating several times. This way, you'll already be activating the muscles and strengthening the mind-muscle connection, something essential for progressing safely. The next movement is scapular retraction, a technical term that basically means bringing the shoulder blades closer together, squeezing them toward each other. You can do it seated or standing. If seated, choose a chair that allows you to keep your spine upright, avoiding recliners that encourage slouching. If standing, position yourself with your back against a wall, as this serves as a reference for correcting posture. To perform it, raise your arms to shoulder height and bend your elbows to 90 degrees, like an American football referee signaling a touchdown. From there, imagine trying to hold a tennis ball between your shoulder blades, pulling your elbows slightly back until you feel your back working. The most common mistake is moving the arms without actually activating the back muscles, keeping the motion limited to the shoulders or neck, which doesn't produce the desired benefit and may even cause neck strain. Focus on initiating the movement from the shoulder blades, keeping your core engaged to stabilize your torso, and avoiding excessive arching of the lower back. Breathe in a controlled way, exhaling as you bring the shoulder blades together and inhaling as you return to the starting position. This exercise is essential for correcting forward head posture, opening the chest, relieving neck pain, and improving breathing capacity. And once you start feeling your shoulders more aligned and your posture more upright, you'll see how it connects with the next movements. When bringing the shoulder blades together, the key is not just to squeeze hard, but to squeeze smart. Think about pulling them down and back as if tucking them into your back pockets. It's essential to breathe normally throughout the movement and not hold your breath just because you're concentrating. Hold the position for 5 seconds, then relax, aiming to clearly feel the muscles between your shoulder blades, the rhomboids and middle trapezius, working without creating tension in the neck or shoulders. Strengthening this muscle group literally pulls your posture back into correct alignment, meaning you breathe better, have less neck pain, and, as a bonus, look years younger. A common mistake is shrugging your shoulders toward your ears, which takes focus away from the right muscles. Always keep them down and back, with your chest proud, firm, and open. A great practical application is to do this exercise while watching TV, but also remember to apply it when driving or using the computer, creating mental reminders throughout the day so that this posture becomes automatic. And before you think, I can't do push-ups, hear me out. We're not talking about military push-ups on the floor, but rather a smart and safe variation for seniors that can make your daily life much easier. Most people don't realize that push-ups aren't just for building muscle mass. They build the strength needed to push your body out of bed, get up from the floor in case of a fall, and maintain your independence. We'll start with the wall push-up, the perfect entry point. Stand an arm's length from the wall. Place your palms flat at shoulder height and width. Lean your body toward the wall and then push back. Simple, effective, and fully adaptable. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll discover how this exercise connects to the final movement on the list. The one that will transform your strength, your posture, and the way you move every day. And by the way, let me know in the comments, do you already do this kind of squat in your daily life? Did you feel a difference when adding the chair for support? Your feedback is essential for us to improve together. I read all the comments and use your answers to plan the next videos, always thinking about what can truly help you have more quality of life. So comment below which exercise challenged you the most, or which part of your body you feel needs the most strengthening. We're building this journey together, one step at a time. When you did the wall push-up, even without realizing it, you were already performing a full push-up adapted to your level. The progression is simple. Start with wall push-ups, and when you can do 15 reps with ease and good form, move to a firm, elevated surface, like the arm of a sofa or a sturdy coffee table. The lower the surface, the more challenging the movement becomes. Over time, you can progress to push-ups on your knees on the floor, always maintaining correct posture. The key to good form is keeping your body aligned from head to heels, or from head to knees in the modified version, without letting your lower back sag or your hips rise too high. Lower yourself until your chest nearly touches the surface, then push back, controlling the movement with 2 seconds down, a brief pause, and 2 seconds up. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you come up. This exhalation engages the core, increasing stability and strength. Push-ups strengthen the chest, shoulders, arms, and abs simultaneously. But most importantly, they mimic the movement of pushing yourself up from the ground, a skill that can literally save your life in the event of a fall. If wall push-ups become too easy, but floor push-ups are still challenging, try the chair push-up. Hands on the seat, feet stepped back to a comfortable angle, creating the perfect difficulty level for your moment. If you feel wrist discomfort, close your hands and rest on your knuckles or use push-up bars. And now we arrive at our final exercise, which addresses something that affects almost all seniors, but is rarely discussed: spinal rotation. Think about your daily movements: walking, getting dressed, reaching for something behind you, looking over your shoulder while driving. All require your spine to twist. Most workout programs completely ignore this pattern, and when we lose spinal rotation, our world literally shrinks. We start turning our whole body instead of just our torso and head. Avoid activities that involve reaching or twisting, and, ironically, this increases the risk of injury when we have to perform these movements. To perform it, sit upright in a chair with your feet firmly planted on the floor, no crossing your legs, as you need stability. Place your left hand on your right knee and gently rotate your torso to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Imagine you are twisting a towel with smoothness and intention. The movement should come from the middle of your back, not your neck. If you feel tension in your neck, it's a sign you're forcing too much or rotating beyond what's needed. Inhale deeply while keeping upright, and exhale during the twist, as this exhalation relaxes the muscles and allows for a safer, deeper stretch. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds, slowly return to center, switch sides, and repeat. Practice this movement whenever you reach to the side, get in and out of the car, or even talk to someone sitting next to you. To advance, once you've mastered the basic twist, add a light reach with the arm on the side you're turning toward, as if trying to touch the back of the chair. But be careful. Never push beyond your limit, as your range of motion will improve gradually, and it's normal for some days to rotate more than others. Working on spinal rotation restores mobility, prevents stiffness, improves posture, and, combined with the previous exercises, builds a solid foundation for a stronger, more stable, and independent body. And that's why this final exercise, although it seems simple, has the power to change your life. Because it not only keeps you mobile today, but also ensures that 5, 10, or 15 years from now, you can still move with freedom and confidence. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I fit it into my routine? The beauty of these 5 exercises is that they are designed to work together, but they are also flexible enough to fit into any schedule. A simple daily routine could be calf raises, 2 sets of 10 to 15 reps while breakfast is being prepared; glute bridges, 2 sets of 8 to 12 reps before bed; scapular retractions, 2 sets of 10 reps holding for 5 seconds each; push-ups, starting with 1 set of 5 to 10 reps and progressing to 2; seated spinal twists, 5 reps on each side, holding for 15 seconds each. But if you can't find 15 straight minutes, no problem. Do calf raises while brushing your teeth, scapular retractions during TV breaks, and spinal twists right after meals. The key isn't perfection, it's consistency. The weekly goal is to do each exercise 4 to 5 times, allowing rest days for the body to recover and grow stronger without guilt for taking a break when needed. And here's a point few consider. Track not only the number of reps, but how you feel. Are you getting up from a chair more easily? Walking more steadily? Feeling less tension in your shoulders? These are the true signs of progress. It's in the combined effect that the magic happens. Stronger calves improve circulation and boost energy. Better posture reduces pain and encourages movement. Firmer glutes support the lower back and make everything easier. The goal is not to erase time, but to age with strength, dignity, and independence. Each repetition is an investment in your future. So if you want results, start now. My challenge to you is simple. Choose just one of these exercises and do it every day for a week. Just one. Pick the one that feels most doable for your current situation. Success is built on small victories, and before you know it, you'll see real changes. Your future self will thank you for starting today. Until next time, keep moving, keep progressing, and remember, it's never too late to get stronger. And in the next video, you'll discover 3 exercises to avoid and 3 you must do to protect your body and accelerate your progress even further. Now I want to hear from you. After learning about these 5 exercises, which one do you feel will make the biggest difference in your life? Is it improving your balance to walk safely, strengthening your legs to climb stairs effortlessly, relieving that nagging back pain you've had for years, or simply regaining confidence in your own movements? Share your story and challenges in the comments. I read every message and use these experiences to create content that truly helps in your daily life. If this video gave you the certainty that it's possible to age with more strength, mobility, and independence, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to receive the next tips. Join our community of people who understand that the secret isn't in big sacrifices, but in small, consistent actions. And if you can, send this content to someone you love who could benefit from it. Let's grow together, step by step, with safety and intelligence. Because in the end, what matters is not your age, but the courage to start over whenever necessary. And if you've made it this far, write "focus" in the comments. Who knows? Your courage might be the push someone else needs to start today.